Hello everyone, how's it going? So recently Bungie finally revealed the reboot of their dormant franchise Marathon, and a lot of people were not happy about this. Now, Marathon was their first game they ever developed. It not only was a huge success, it was basically a first-person shooter akin to Doom, Wolfenstein. It was a dark military shooter where you played as a security guard, and yeah, it bears similarities to Halo. Ironically, this game also almost destroyed Bungie because apparently the third game had such a major flaw where it was erasing people's hard drives when they installed it that they were showered with so many refunds that Microsoft actually saved them from the brink of extinction in exchange for an exclusive IP, which would eventually become Halo. Now, when people thought that they were going to get a new single-player sci-fi game and go back to the roots that Bungie was known for, we got this instead, an extraction shooter multiplayer experience that looks like a mix between Cyberpunk, Apex Legends, X-Defiant. I mean, look at this. Like, if you were to say this was a spin-off of Destiny, like a free-to-play version, I would believe you. Like, look at this. This looks nothing compared to this. Even though this came out in 1994, you can just tell, like, the style is just so radically different. And when people found out this was going to be a paid experience, they started comparing this to Concord, which is, fair enough because Concord is one of the biggest failures within the entertainment industry. It only lasted around 2 weeks. It was a game that cost millions of dollars, multiple years of working on, shut down the studio, and it was such a major flop that Sony just shut down everything after 2 weeks and issued full refunds to everyone who purchased the game. They even had a secret levels Amazon episode ready. It still went forward where they showcased all future updates and characters. It was a living tombstone basically. And it was just a major disaster. And on top of it, this game also won't require a PlayStation Network account to play on PC on Xbox, which should be red flag number one when it comes to this game and how much faith Sony actually has for this. Remember, Sony owns Bungie now, because even a game like Ghost of Tsushima, which is a largely single-player game, you need a PlayStation account in order to access the Legends mode, which is the multiplayer function. Yes, you don't need it for the single-player game, but this game is known for its single-player experience. The Legends mode is very cool, don't get me wrong. Like, Sucker Punch nailed the multiplayer in this game, and they did a surprisingly good job with it. But the fact that this game requires a PlayStation account and Marathon, which is a multiplayer only experience, does not, should be very, very concerning. Now, like I said, if you look through the comments of this, yeah, it's not great. Again, Bungie, like a lot of people associate Bungie with multiplayer experience. I would disagree. I think more people remember Bungie for their single-player experience, even Destiny 2 and Destiny 1, when it comes to the more exciting parts of that game. I would argue more people remember the campaigns rather than the raids. Yes, the raids were fun, but the campaigns were the meat and potatoes of the entire experience. Like, people still watch my Red War content, and yeah, it's not good for Bungie because, let's face it, Bungie's reputation is in the toilet right now. They're only by name at this point. It's like with Blizzard Entertainment. Everyone who made Bungie what Bungie is gone from the company. And it just gets even worse when you start to go down the rabbit hole of people who've been playing Destiny 2 for like ever. I believe Destiny 2 came out in 2017. Dear God, it's almost a decade old game. And all the updates they've put into this game has been just absolutely terrible. Heck, they've removed content from the game that people paid for. It's crazy. Even the base game with the Red War content, this is literally the first campaign, the main campaign of the game. You cannot play this anymore. And it's just ridiculous. So Bungie's reputation is just not good. And when you reveal a game like this for an audience of customers who are just really thirsting for something that goes back to what made Bungie great, and you give us this, discount Apex Legends. Well, Apex Legends is free, so I can't even say about that, but yeah, it's not looking great. Well, things get even worse because, well, people have been comparing it to Concord, and a Concord developer decided to come out and say, hey, give Bungie a chance. So this is from an article from VG247, but here is the source that he is referencing. So we're going to read directly from the source and discuss it. Hey all, former Firewalk Studios dev here. I have been a long-time lurker for many years and rarely post to Reddit any social in regards to what is going on with my life as a developer/artist. After reading the comments about Marathon being Concord 2.0 on Reddit, YouTube, and Twitch, I just want to share a little insight into what a 40-year-old man is feeling after dedicating a large portion of his life to making video games. For the past 17 years, I have been part of some great projects and worked with some of the most talented people who made the dev I am today. Many players know about Concord and what happened with that project. Concord failed to inspire players, and the messages were heard loud and clear. It was gut-wrenching to see our project fail and be the laughingstock of many online. I have learned that failure is what drives me to succeed. No one feels as bad as people who put their time on the line hoping it will entertain masses of gamers across the globe. I'm not asking for pity or sympathy because after all, this is the name of the game. You win or lose. The margin for success is very thin. I took a chance and lost. Some of you probably smell blood in the water and probably want to roast me for no longer lurking and exposing myself. I hope you don't and see the people create these projects and work very hard to be the next big thing. Seeing the faces of the developers on Bungie's stream gave me hope and excitement for what is to come for Marathon. I commend them for taking a chance, trying something foreign to them that isn't proven nor guaranteed to succeed. It took a lot of courage. TLDR, I worked on Concord and I did my best. We came up short. Please don't punish me for others for our mistakes. We are all human beings who are trying to create something special, and Marathon is no different. Be kind and be cool, as video games meant to be fun, and better context grammar. So first off, the article is very well written. He's not looking for sympathy points. He's being very respectful. But the issue with this article is that as a 40-year-old game developer, he should know why people are very annoyed about this game. It's not doing anything different. It's doing the exact same thing that other shooters have done. The Division 2, Apex Legends, even Fortnite has modes like this. So an extraction shooter with class-based mechanics. I mean, look at the style of this. This comes off as almost Fortnite-y. Like something like Schedule 1 with more elaborate polygons. Like nothing about this looks particularly interesting. Heck, the map itself looks like a test arena. Like I admire what the developer said here. And look, yes, being associated with Concord is not great. It is one of the biggest failures in entertainment. Not just video games, entertainment. But I respect where he's coming from. But I would also say that he's kind of blinded himself from what gamers actually want. Like, gamers aren't going to care about the people behind the screen. I know that sounds very harsh, but it's the reality. If you've ever worked in any industry, you know this, whether it is video game development, fast food service, retail, electrical engineering, IT support, no one cares. They just want the job to be done. That is the sad reality of life. And if a product meant for entertainment isn't vibing for a large portion of your audience, which you can, I don't have the dislike counter, but with over 700k views and 21k likes, it doesn't take a genius to see this, especially if you go through the comments section. Like, you should know that this is just not going to vibe with customers. A lot of people have been stating they're tired of live services. They're tired of hero shooters. They're tired of all of this stuff. More people are gravitating towards single-player games like Elden Ring, Baldur's Gate 3. Heck, I'm replaying Skyrim, and this is vastly superior to almost any game I've played in recent memory. I love Dead Space Remake, and it's just that a lot of customers just aren't happy with the way the gaming industry is going, particularly within the West. So when they see a game like this, it clicks every single box that people have a problem with when it comes to the gaming industry. Again, I respect what he's saying here, and I get where he's coming from. But it's the same argument that Mark Dara made. You're in the weeds. You know these people on a personal level, so when it affects them, you have a personal investment into them. So it makes sense that you would be on their side. But from a customer looking outward to the inside, they're going to be like, I don't care, this game sucks, I'm not going to buy it, I'm going away. And this is a premium box title. What does this have that separates itself from other games? And I would say nothing. Like, when you look at this, does this look like a game that you're going to spend $40 on? This is repeating all the mistakes that Concord had. Maybe Concord may have had some life if the game was free to play, but considering that the beta barely crossed 5,000 players, I believe, like, it didn't even cross 10K, I know that for a fact. But yeah, like, look at this. Do you really think that gamers are excited for something like this? I doubt it. Like, a lot of people are just really tired with these types of games, and when you have something like this that connects all the dots of things that people don't want and goes in such high contrast to this, I would say a lot more people would have preferred something like this. And that's saying something. Like, if you made this and gave it the Resident Evil 2 remake where it was like completely remastered for updated graphics, visuals, everything, I feel like people would rather want to play this than this. Like, look at this. So while I say that we can't know whether this is going to succeed and fail until the game comes out, but this is repeating the same patterns that Concord went through. This is repeating the same patterns that a lot of gamers have been stating over and over they don't want. Even the casual Andy gamers, I doubt anyone's excited for this. Like, why would you play this when you can play Apex Legends for free right now? And it also doesn't help that Bungie, like I stated, reputation is in the toilet, considering that they remove content all the time and they don't have the best customer service when it comes to this stuff. So my opinion to this is that I genuinely think that Marathon is going to fail. Like, I don't think that this game is going to succeed because I just don't see a market for this game at the moment, especially in the atmosphere that they're in, seeing that there are so many other titles that are available that do this and look to do it even better, that have way more content on the release, have way more content right now that this game is going to have at release date. I could be proven wrong. This could be a huge, massive success, but all the evidence is pointing in the opposite direction. And considering how much Sony paid to acquire Bungie, they need a hit. Because Destiny 2 has already failed. Like, it's not making the money that it once did. People are done with that game. Heck, they've stopped with all major content expansions for that game, and it's already been lukewarm confirmed that Destiny 3 is not happening. So whatever time and money people invest into Destiny has basically been thrown out the window. More people would rather play Space Marine 2, which is a quality game, over this. But tell me what you think in the comments below about this. I really think that I feel like a lot of people are in their echo chambers, especially within the industry, and they just refuse to accept what gamers actually want, or they're completely blindsided themselves or believe in the wrong information. Because maybe it's just me, but I think it's pretty fucking obvious what gamers want. Like, just look at what's trending, look at what people want to play, look what people are putting their money to. Just look at that and see that people just want something that's fresh and new. And yes, that's easier said than done, but when an indie developer can make can sell 1 million copies by developing a game solo, and an entire corporation of 200 developers can't even break 100k players, that's saying something. Anyway, that's all I have to say. Tell me what you think in the comments below. Like, dislike, your choice. Bye.